Hello Reformers and welcome back to Perisno 0.8. Now, when we left off, we were doing an escort merchant caravan quest and it was fantastic. Yes, roll eyes. But the one good thing we had that we encountered was that we actually attained victory versus our first vassal fight. So that's actually really nice, and I was wholeheartedly expecting to lose. So that was a great surprise to me, and we have now made our way over to Reichberg, and hopefully we'll be able to take the merchant caravan in there. However, the one problem I'm foreseeing here is that there's a bunch of snowwalkers outside, and we also, of course, do have the problem with them being pursued right now. So I obviously have to deal with these guys, and then we might have to deal with the snowwalkers behind them as well. So let's be a little bit... Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit weird. I actually thought there were many more. I did not see these guys in the trees. I actually thought that we were, well, home free, basically. But no, it seems as though we are going to have to do battle. It may actually seem like we don't even need to do battle, because apparently all of them were killed by the ranged units that we have in our army, which is actually fine. That's actually no problem at all. I don't really mind that so much. Obviously, as you can see here, not had really any time to be able to sell our prisoners, but I suppose we can level up a couple of our new units as well, and then head onwards. So yes, as you can see, this is where I am right now, and this is... Wait a minute, where am I? Where am I there? Ah, I'm there. Okay, so yes, a merchant caravan is just running away from those snow crawlers. I thought I would try and make a run for it, but it seems like they are probably gonna... Oh, really? Really? Nissanian raiders, these guys have been plaguing my existence for the past, I don't even know, 10 minutes. And look at them. There's so many of them around here. And yeah, they may not be very good, but I mean, look at them. They have Valahir mercenary Varangians, they have experienced Volhir raiders, and they even have Volhir barbarians. Now, they're probably not even that good, but I mean, there's just so many of them. This merchant caravan is going to die. There's nothing much I can do about that, unfortunately. And my relation with the town has gone down, which is even worse, because we were so close. So close. But I suppose there's not much I could do, really. I mean, you saw it. I mean, there was two bands of them. Two bands of them right outside. And that's what I've had to deal with for the past few minutes, which is, just absolutely terrible. So let's see what we can do here. I'm just going to sell these few things here because we don't actually need them any further. And I think that is it. Okay, that's great. I might actually use that big bag of javelins, though. I might actually use that just in case. Maybe a nice ranged weapon could come in handy. You never know. And I'm going to try and find a ransom broker as well. So where is that? Oh, there's a ransom broker. Wow, that is absolutely extremely lucky. So let's have a look here. I want to sell all the prisoners, 133, wow, 333, that's actually not very good, is it? I actually thought that I had a lot more, or in technical terms, I thought I had a good amount, but apparently not. Okay, so it's 1,800 to buy 20 slaves, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 5 male slaves because they become blunt weapon users, and we're going to try and level them up a little bit, but obviously that is a little bit difficult considering there are so many Nissanian raiders all over the place. So I'm going to try, if I can, to kind of get into the northern area here, but then again, it's going to cut us off pretty harshly from being able to retreat anywhere. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait here for some time, and I'm going to see if I can sort of prey upon some snow crawlers that are sort of hanging around. Ah, well, this might actually be kind of nice. As you can see, we've just rushed to the aid of some village farmers against some snow crawlers. There are a bunch of snow crawlers surrounding us as well, do bear that in mind, and they have a bunch of actually pretty decent prisoners as well. I'm very much hoping that I'll be able to recruit some really, really nice prisoners, but obviously I'm going to need, according to you, to advance my persuasion skill, and also having a really high relation with a lord or two cannot hurt either, because apparently they give you gifts and things like that. So we're going to try and do that, obviously, and eventually maybe we're going to try and marry one of the princesses either from the Elven Kingdom or from the Reich itself, because that enables us to get a dragon mount and or actually being able to access a garrison, which would actually be extremely useful for us. So I'm going to try and just turn my back here so my shield blocks for me a little bit. And then we're going to charge everyone in. Obviously, we're going to lose a couple here, which is kind of a shame, but what can you do? Okay, come on now. I have to act like the leader giant that we are, of course. So let's make my way over here. Come on now. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Okay, let's try and take out some of these archers. Can you get out my way, please? You're just kind of blocking me, aren't you? That's annoying. Okay, there we go. Yes. That's very nice. Now, I do have to try and remember which polearm this is, because I'm using polearms in a variety of different series at the moment. And I have to remember, is this one the one that only works with thrusting? I think it probably does. Anyway, as you can see here, the rescued prisoners were not that good because obviously my persuasion skill is kind of meh. Whereas if I were to have more persuasion, then obviously I'd be able to rescue better units, and that's a real shame. I obviously get that the creators of Perisno want to make it a little bit more unique and a little bit more difficult to start off, because obviously if you are sort of savvy with where you have to go and what you have to do, and maybe if you're lucky you'll get a very small band of bandits and they'll have, I don't know, some really powerful unit or whatever, and then you're able to defeat them extremely easily and then move on to wherever with your extremely powerful unit, and then you're able to take on whatever you like. And I think that they were trying to eliminate that start, as well as, of course, the Realm of the Falcon, because the Realm of the Falcon, as we all know, if you've played Perisno, is an absolutely amazing faction for taking prisoners and becoming a slave trader, ransom brokering machine, because they basically all use blunt weapons and they all use mounts, and they're extremely good at what they do in terms of, well, basically taking prisoners at any point. And if you improve your prisoner management, I mean, we have how much? We have 3 in prisoner management, and we're already able to take 24 prisoners. Now, of course, this is dependent on how many units you have in your army as it is. But just imagine I have about 100. That would mean that I have, I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 prisoners, and if you're able to take 50 prisoners every single time you go into a battle with the Realm of the Falcon, then you know where that's going to go. You're going to just make so much money. So it's kind of a shame that obviously that has been removed, the ability to recruit Falcon units without joining their faction, but apparently you have to join their faction to get around that sort of restriction, which is actually not that difficult to do as far as I'm aware. So maybe we'll have to do that in the future. Anyway, let's go and get some more persuasion here. It is reliant on charisma, which is actually kind of annoying. I was hoping that it would be reliant on intelligence, because in some mods it is, but obviously persuasion, charisma, that kind of makes sense. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I think we might be able to take on these snow crawlers over there. I'm just going to take a look and see. No, this is actually not the thrusting only polearm, so I can actually use it with some swings, which is always nice. So let's go in to these snow crawlers over here. Oh, never mind. Okay, not going to go into those. There's some Nissanians, and they are going to no doubt prey upon us as quickly as they can. So I'm just going to move the opposite direction, and I'm going to see if I can maybe find another band. We might like to try these out. Let's just see if there are any other units in the area. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, now this is going to be a bit of a test, because of course what we want to do is we want to gauge how good we are in comparison to these Volhir raiders and the Nissanian raiding parties and things like that. Now, of course, they do outnumber us, but we have been able to take on a vassal and his units, so it should, in theory, be very easy to win against a stronger than normal bandit party, but I suppose we'll see soon. Alright, well, it seems like we've got the high ground here, which is always nice, and you can see that our archers are just firing upon them actually quite nicely. They don't seem to have very many units with shields, so that's actually very nice. Unfortunately, we are going to have to charge our cavalry in relatively soon, but our infantry are doing an amazing job so far, as you can see. So let's just see if I can stay at range here. This is a very, very long polearm, so if I can stay at range, this will make a huge difference. Wow, we're actually able to do that, it seems. They don't seem to be able to do much to us, and I can just stay out of range, as you can see here. So that's really nice. I am using the only attack that I'm kind of safe using here, because I just want to keep them at bay, to be honest. I don't really want them to be killing me in any way. So let's... oh, no, there we go. There we go. He's gotten in here. So that's not very good. Let's see if I can actually take him out. There we go. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. He seemed to... What? Did he get killed? Oh, no. It seems like he didn't get killed, but he hit him once or something. But, yeah, never mind. Okay, so it seems like we're absolutely fine. The piercing attack is so much better than the slashing. So maybe if I can, I'm going to try and get something that's a little bit better, maybe with cutting. Or maybe I can try and get just a piercing straight-up weapon. Because it seems like piercing or blunt is probably going to be the way to go in Perisno. Usually that is the way it is anyway, because obviously with previous incarnations of Scout, he's always used a blunt weapon to take as many prisoners as possible. But yeah, it seems like that might be the way to go in this one as well, but we'll just see, because obviously polearms right now, they actually seem to be doing some pretty decent damage. Obviously they didn't have any cavalry, so, you know, having cavalry or anything is kind of, yeah. Yeah, we do lose some morale now. I think that's probably because we lost a bunch of units, or it's because we retreated. I don't think it is because of that. But, as you can see, we did succeed in defeating a very large party indeed, but obviously that comes along with some problems, you know, and the problems are obviously the fact that we lost so many units in the process. And that's kind of a bit worrying, because obviously we can't continue fighting like this, because if we do, then we're just going to end up dwindling to nothing, and it's going to be a bit of a shame. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try and equip Slighter, I believe, with a couple of things, because obviously he is still running around with some regular equipment that he had at the very beginning, as far as I'm aware. So let's just see. Yes, I think he does. I have given him a new helmet at least, but I think his... oh no, this helmet is much better. It is. There we go. Let's give him that. And this is a lot better for him as well. And a lot better boots, as far as I'm aware. No, they're not actually better boots than what I can give him there. Okay, well, anyway. He has a rusty saber. Should I give him anything else? I don't think he needs anything else, to be honest. It doesn't seem like it. I can sell the rest then, by the looks of things. And he has a pretty decent horse as well. It's a black courser. It's not bad. And yeah, I think that is it. So yeah, we actually still have this guy. I'm actually unsure what I can do with him. Yes, you will remain my prisoner. Yeah, okay, so we lost one relation, but I was hoping that maybe I could just ransom him back forcefully, because I don't really want to keep him, to be honest. Okay, so there's some more Nissanian raiders. Let's be a little bit careful here. I need to be very, very cautious about what is in the trees here, because if there are any bandits, then they're going to definitely tag us into an encounter with those really, really strong units. So, yeah, look at them. They're just hanging out around here. That is very annoying, isn't it? Okay, so let's try and leave now if we can. There we go. I'm going to try and go to Froese and see whether we can... Yeah, it seems like we're going to make it. There we are. Okay, we made it. That is fantastic. Okay, so is there anything we can do here? Well, apart from selling, obviously. I might actually head into the tavern and see if we can maybe buy some mercenaries or something, because it seems like that might be partially the way to go. Or if I can maybe see about buying... Oh, Dietrich is here. Oh, I would very much... Oh, and Tamaris. I would very much like to recruit both of them, but I don't have enough money. So this guy is, of course, going to be, I think... Is he... Wait a minute. Is he... I think he's a companion, actually. Ah, well, I thought he might be the mercenary recruiter. Oh, he is! Oh, fantastic. So he is selling faction mercenaries. I would very much like to do that. You beat these nobles and the money is yours. Do you want to earn 1,000 orums? Nobles? No, thank you. Okay, yes, I would like to hire some of these. Thank you very much. Okay, so they're 800 per one. So I'm going to get 2. Okay, that I don't even know whether that was worth it. That probably was not worth it. Far from it, in actual fact, I think. Because even though they may be very powerful, having only 2 of them is probably not very good. Oh, we have some ransom broker here as well, which is fantastic. As well as a tavern shopper. Might look at that in a second. Okay, so I do have some prisoners to sell. 500, really, that's pitiful. But we can try and buy... let's buy another 5 male slaves, I guess, because they're only 300, so I suppose that's pretty decent. And let's look at the tavern shopper. Oh, really? Really? I thought that was one of the mystic merchants, but I'm getting mixed up, of course. Ah, well, never mind. Okay, so with that, I think I'm going to be ending this episode off here. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.